All right, welcome to Confession Tuesday right here on your number one talk news and sports station. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you. Yes, we'll be doing this together because the platform is open for you and to you to make your confessions this Tuesday. That is if you have matters that you need to talk about so badly. This is a no judgment zone. I always like to make that very clear from the beginning. We don't like to judge. We always like to listen. And then we will get to talk about it in the most honest way that we can get to dissect the matters as we can. So please feel free. If you have that thing up your sleeves, in your chest, in your head, that you just feel the need to talk about, just get it off your chest. Please feel free. Call my numbers. And they remain the same. They haven't changed. It's 0700 951 0000 and 08095 974869. Then WhatsApp is 080 999 30137. And on WhatsApp, you can also send a voice note. And let me get to hear from you. Okay, it doesn't have to be 2 minutes this time around because I know people need time to just vent out. So you can send it as long as you want. I mean, as long as we have the time, we get to play it. So send your confessions. You can remain anonymous if you don't want people to know that you're the one who is calling or texting or actually recording that voice note. So on this note, we get to start confession. And we'll end it by 2:45. Right now it's 2:20, so let's get to use the next 25 minutes for our confession. Hopefully we'll get to do our therapy session tomorrow where we have one of our regulars come in to join me tomorrow so we get to thrash the issue in case you need advice or you need some sort of counseling on any matter that is bugging you. Okay, we're live on Facebook right now. You can join us on Nigeria Info Abuja. Okay, Nigeria Info Abuja 95.1. Just type that on your search button and it will lead you to our platform. Or you can join on YouTube, Nigeria Info Abuja 95.1. So, yeah, I would love to hear. I'd love to hear from you on your confessions. We start from here till about 2:45 when we would call it quits, or we would draw the curtain and take a commercial. Welcome to Confession Tuesday. Hi everyone, my name is Swat. That's the name my father gave me, but you can always call me Her Vocal Majesty. I'm the host of The Sunny Side on 95.1 Nigeria Info. It takes place every weekday, noon to 3 p.m., where we get to have all the lovely contemporary conversations. If your days are normally long and gloomy, well, not anymore, because I'm here to make it all bright and sunny for you. So join me. It's an invitation. You don't want to miss out.
Some snap by the two boom chop the hand up or what?
Again, when we are chatting, and he even said that he used to normally see me He normally see me when he was passing, or sometimes he used to visit our working place, but there's hotel there. So he assured me, he asked me his question whether what do I want to do. And I said, oh, I want to do any work, despite that I have rest of mind and I can bring food to table for my family, any job to make sure that I come out there and have a rest of mind. So he now asked me whether can I join another security organization. I said yes, if it will be better for me, I will be okay. So I will join. So the security organization that he named to me is far, 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 far below to where I am. So and where security organization that I am now, I have been almost 1 decade in this security organization. So well known with experience, even is well known with experience. But where is they try to take me is very, very far low. And they assure me that they are not recruiting, which is I know that every Saturday the security organization that you mentioned to me are recruiting guards. So he only tell me that I should be ready when they are recruiting. I should make sure that I have my necessary document, which is I know well about the security organization that is telling me very far low and where I am now. So up to now, my difficulty, still having difficulty. The man in question is still disturbing me in my working place. I do not have anything doing. I have indicate that to my company that I need to swap to other location, but they are not serious over it. They are telling me what is the problem, what is the problem. I even complain that where I'm coming is very far, so they still not want to listen to me. They still leave me there. So I don't know what to do. The problem I'm getting seriously for my working place is that the supervisor that we are working together is very, very harsh to me. Is very, very, I don't know where you normally post me is a place that I cannot even get 1 naira to even feed myself. Talk more of transport. He normally post me where I'll find it difficult. And the place we are working, we survive by money that the people are dashing us. But where he's posting me is very, very difficult. It's isolated place. I cannot make it. I don't know whether I am compromised with the guys in the company to frustrate me. Please, I'm begging Nigeria. Any work that I can do, any work that I can do, despite not a low rank security company that's below where I am. Please, I'm ready to do it. Help me, help me, Nigerians. I need got a mini job.
Okay. Yeah. So that is from, if we all cast our mind back to the story of the security guy who was complaining about sexual harassment from a boss who is the same gender as he is, talking of homosexuality. You know, sometimes when you see or hear these things, you think, nah, it doesn't really happen. Anyways, he said, I know that one of us tried to help him and was giving me updates on that, but he said where he's taking is not, or they posted him to another place which is secluded. But by the way, that brings me to another thought, right? I mean, about some of these security guards. Sometimes the way they make you feel uncomfortable because you're visiting either a plaza or a certain location, you know, with all the hailings and all the following around so that you can give them money. I think is really becoming very disturbing. You know, that's another topic of conversation for another day. But I guess people need to visit places and be comfortable. If they want to tip you or they want to give you money for whatever reasons, let them do it on their own volition without you following and hailing and making it obvious that there is something you're looking for, you know. But hey, back to the story of this man. He says he's still hoping for open doors so that it can get him to leave the place. So yeah, I mean, if they're kind-hearted and individuals who are willing to help, that would be good. He's been made a promise, and he says he knows the place pays way lesser than he does. But it also brings the question to mind as to. I remember when you raised this issue, I asked the question as to, do you have other skills? Do you have other skills? And this goes out to everybody listening. It's not just to this guy who has sent in this thing. You know, sometimes you stay in a place because you feel if you leave it, your life will come to an end. Now, I understand that the country is hard and you want to feed your family, which is very noble, very, very courageous and very admirable of you as a man because you're thinking of your family. But for how long will you continue to put up with some of these things because someone is humiliating you and you give yourself no choice? Because for me, I feel you have a choice. What other things can you do with your hands? You know, understand you're looking for a job, but sometimes too, maybe you might have a certain set skill that you're not looking at, you're not even considering, you're not thinking about. A solution that you can bring to any problem around you. Maybe you don't have a formal education, but you are skilled in maybe fixing shoes. Maybe you're skilled in fixing a car, washing a car, or any of these things that you could do and get daily income. In fact, if you look at some of these people who do some trades around, some sort of jobs around that people call menial, it may not even be menial at the end of the day, because when you gather what they earn in a day, it becomes way more than someone who goes conventionally to a place of work 5 to 9 and earns. I'm telling you, I saw a Keke Napep guy who said he was offered, he's actually a graduate. He's actually a graduate in his own case. And he said he was offered a job, you know, that would give him like a little over 100. And he politely rejected because he gave a breakdown of how much he earns cumulatively in a month. And that amounted to something that is way above 100, thousand naira. So for him, he feels comfortable staying where he is because he gets to earn more. But somebody will look at him and say, yeah, this guy, he doesn't have money. Who told you that? Or someone who sits down and fixes shoes, he's collecting 500 naira, 1,000 naira from this person. And at the end of the month, you'll be shocked how much people like that earn. So sometimes I would advise that don't underrate your abilities. Don't underrate what you can do. Sometimes it's not just about the high collar job or the blue collar where you dress well and everybody, he has a job. Sometimes you don't have to look so clean. Sometimes the people who look very dirty and unkempt and are working with their hands, they are soiling themselves, are the ones who go home with the money that you may never even expect. So once again, I would want to ask, what can you do with your hands? What skill sets do you have? Will you continue to endure this for the rest of your life, all because you want a formal job? Can you look inwards and begin to ask yourself, what can I begin to do? What skills can I begin to hone? As you're still on this job right now, maybe the little time you have, you can begin to sharpen whatever skills you have as you get closer and closer to putting in your resignation and moving on to with your life. You've been there for the last 10 years. What improvements have you brought upon yourself, to ensure that it makes you rise up above a certain level where people cannot just treat you anyhow? This is Nigeria. There are lots of problems, human rights especially, that we need to look into and solve. But basically, it's just a home truth. It might just be a little uncomfortable. It may not sound nice to you, but honestly, I think you should begin to think towards that while you also look for a job. It's not a bad thing. There are people who combine their white-collar job or the jobs that they're doing with another skill set that earns them extra. So think about that. If there's something, you'll be shocked. At the end of the day, if you leave, it may be hard and rough at the beginning, but you'd eventually gather yourself and you'll be thankful for it, right? So that's it. Thank you so much. Let me read this message here. Hello, Nigeria Info. Been trying to listen for 2 days now. Is there something wrong with your app? Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Don't know where your population, your location is, but let me know. I'm a Bolt driver. I know how much I earn every week. Tell that man to look for handwork to do. In Nigeria, handwork now pays. I'm Solomon Olayemi from Gwarimpa. Indeed. That's what I just said. And I hope he listens. I hope he begins to think. It might not be immediately. You could give yourself another target of 3 to 6 months to begin to do something so that it would move you to the next level. You cannot continue being at that level for the rest of your life. Okay? And especially right now that this might just be a sign for you to move. Because you know that you may not get help in the places that you need to, because all the connections in the world that they always talk about in Nigeria, if you don't have. But hey, I don't believe in that. I believe God would always, fight for our cause. And if you push, somehow it would yield to you. But at the same time, too, maybe it just might be that time for you to start thinking of moving. Okay? So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So that's just the confession we have. If you have more confessions to make, please feel free. Let's hear from you before I go. We'll be stopping in less than 10 minutes from now, in about 6 minutes or thereabouts. If you have your confessions to make, please quickly do so, and let's have it. But if not, then we'll just enjoy some music as we get to the end of the show. The numbers to call: 080-999-30137, which is WhatsApp call. Then you can call 080-9597-4869. Then you can dial also 0700-951. Okay? Emeka said, I don't know what really that man wants. That man said that Kingsguard Security Organization is below his own security organization, which is working. Can you imagine? Okay. All right. Okay, so Emeka from NNPC Towers is the one who picked up this case and decided to help. And he's surprised at what the guy is saying. So I don't know. I don't want to happen this for too long. I mean, if he says that they're paying below what he's earning, who knows? I don't know what he means by that. But let's leave it at that. Let's take some musical break before I come back. Or rather, I see someone calling. Let me answer. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Okay, that did not stay. All right, you can call back while we enjoy a bit of music before it's 2:45, and I'll be saying my goodbyes by then. 0700-951-0000. Let's enjoy some beats.
This is Nigeria Info.